Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. So in this photograph, if you made it, it's absolutely stunning. Is it done with a drone?
It is.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's done from a good 200 or 300 meters above the water line. Basically, just at the bottom, you see this really organic cliffs and rock and intense. The light's beautiful. It's afternoon or morning. The sun is low, so there's a lot of shadow, and it's half of the image or 2/3 of the image are just the water with a relatively calm sea, and there's a bit of surf, beautiful blue and grays and all that stuff. And on the left side is the landscape. Walk us through this.
Yeah, it's still, like, to this day, one of the most incredible coastlines
Yeah.
I've ever seen. Like, it's
Where is
stuff
this?
out of fairy tales. It's Nusa Penida Island in Indonesia.
Indonesia, okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the island just south of Bali, basically.
Wow.
And I think that beach is called, I might be making a mistake, but I'm pretty sure it's called Kling Kling Beach. And you can actually walk along that ridge. So
Okay.
I was flying my drone and I was shooting it from up here. And you can actually walk down. There's literally a trail that goes right along that spine.
Yeah.
And you can go down to the
Amazing.
To the beach.
So I'll just describe it in words. So basically, just at the edge of the shot, you see kind of weird habitation or like a sort of man-made imprint on the landscape. And the cliffs look like they're about 100 meters up-ish. And then as you pointed out, there's this ridge that is literally on the left, it falls down to a beach, and on the right, it falls down to another beach, and you walk down the ridge, and there's probably a couple of switchbacks at the bottom that bring you to sea level, and then there's a stunning beach.
And the surf just comes in there and crashes so hard. And it's basically how that formation was, I would imagine.
And in Bali, there's... Okay, attention to the terminal. 1 second. It's so good. So did I lose my train of thought? No. Just do you surf?
I didn't surf when I was in Bali, but I've surfed in Tofino since then. But I wish at the time of this I had taken some surf lessons out there.
But the surf out there can be pretty big.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying, seeing it come into there, people will get unfortunately swept away on that beach. It's a really dangerous beach because the waves just come in with such force, right?
Okay. This is where I geek out a little bit. What kind of drone are you using?
That was with the original Mavic Pro that I brought on that trip, and I think I have like the Mavic 2 now or something like that. But yeah, just that small.
It's great.
One that fits in your bag.
Did you do something with this image? Was it for a project or was it just?
No. So that trip was that image is significant because that trip to Southeast Asia, I spent like 5 or 6 months there solo, just going through. I did Myanmar, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore.
What do you mean Burma? Sorry, Burma. Myanmar. Whenever I hear the word Myanmar, I always have to say Burma. It's Burma. Okay,
Yeah, and that trip was like, I think when I decided that I was going to go in on photography. So I'd done some projects.
Prospect agent at 810, one prospect agent at 810.
So good. Okay, yeah.
I'd done some projects for...
Stuck on this one.
It's not meant to be.
Even she's laughing. Okay.
So before that, like I'd done a couple like corporate, for lack of a better term, projects and started making money doing this and realized there was a career, and was kind of riding high from like making a bit of money at this. And I kind of I wouldn't say rewarded myself by going on a trip, but this is a passion project trip of just I wanted to travel. I'd never really done a solo backpacking trip, and I wanted to bring the camera and just capture shots like this. I really wanted to know on that trip of like capturing quote unquote bangers. Like I wanted to go and capture like really good banger photos, and that was sort of one of them when I decided like this is
So when you say photography, is it video as well, or is it like
I was doing like 50,
it's whatever
50,
anything with a camera?
Hybrid. I think some of my friends called it a videographer. Where you kind of do
gear.
Both. Yeah. Since then I think I've been trying to specialize more in photography. I'm more drawn to photo and the post-processing involved with photography versus video. Video is just so many layers and such a bigger team, and I'm doing some like directing and editing work with video. But since then, veered more towards photography. Yeah.
Sweet. On to the next photo.
Sure, man.
Wanna,
yeah. Do you have anything else to say about? No, not really.
I'm sure we could dive an hour in one image.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, they're all symbolic as you're starting to see the theme for different reasons, right? It's funny that like we were talking about photos at the beginning of this being like memories, where I don't think any of these shots that I shared with you today are like, you know, I didn't share them just because of the photo as like as a piece of fine art. It's what does it represent?
Well, it's a signifier, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like the idea is to share what makes you you, and each like since you're a photographer or you have that within you, the images are going to be amazing. They're going to be really popping. So, but underneath all that is the story, is the kind of experience.
Yeah, exactly. And we're all storytellers, I think, at the end of the day, right?
Sure.
And photos tell a cool story. You might not know it at the moment, where there's probably a lot of, you look at this and maybe a lot of people wouldn't know like where it is, or that it's shot with a drone, or there's so many like, and I think that's what's cool about photography too, is it's not explicitly saying like, this was at 6 a.m. and we had just done a 3-hour motorbike across the island to get there for the right light, and then we sent up the drone, and we were basically like giddy kids just looking at the light and seeing this landscape from so high up through the drone. Like it's just, there's such an electric and incredible energy when you're on shoots like this, and it's just that's cool, so fun.
Okay.
So is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.